Team, keep it clean. What's going on? It's Ingraven here with another video. Got some downtime real quick, so I wanted to talk about that Patrick McCarry contract and why I do really like it. Cause y'all know I don't be on no, oh man, I love every single signing that the Ravens do. No, but I do like that one. It's a 3-year contract, so a 2-year extension. Worth a little over 5.11 mil per year, I believe. And he gets 7 mil guaranteed. So nice for Patrick McCarry. Remember, just to take you through his journey as a Raven, 2019 undrafted rookie free agent. He was a tackle, I believe. He was either tackle or guard. Maybe he played both, but he had never played the center position before, ever, I believe. And remember, against the Rams, I guess the Ravens were like, you know what? We got the Rams coming up. This is a very special game. Patrick McCarry, he's been special for us this season. So let's make this a special moment. Give him extra incentive to block Aaron Donald and the rest of them and let them be silent, because that was the game where he got started. Because in 2019, in the middle of a Jackson 5, Matt Skura unfortunately went down, and he would never be the same for the Ravens again. He went down, and then I remember thinking like, oh boy, here we go. I was so scared because I'm like, man, I was already scared enough going into the game, going against Aaron Donald back then. Still scared about this game, going against Aaron Donald now. But it was like, man, what are we going to do now? Because our offensive line has been doing just such a phenomenal job, but now we lost our starting center, probably for the year, but we'll see. And then it ended up being for the year. But I'm like, oh, here we go. Patrick McCarry came in, undrafted rookie, free agent, rookie. Even if he was a drafted rookie, he was still a rookie coming into that high-pressure situation, Monday Night Football. And he could have put on a number 68 jersey, and you would have thought it was Matt Skura. Because he looked good, he looked smooth, he looked seamless. There was not a drop-off with the offensive line. Well, it started to be in the playoffs, but there really wasn't a drop-off. Through the rest of the regular season, there was not a drop-off in the offensive line. And that's not a shot at Matt Skura. That's more so praise for Pat McCarry. And it was like, oh, wow. So it's straight. We're good. And it was like the craziest thing ever. And then last year he was just the ultimate fill-in guy. Because, we lost people to injury, to COVID, to this and to that. And Patrick McCarry just came in and filled in well. And then this year, it's like he's been here, there, everywhere. He's been all around the offensive line. But the thing that I appreciated the most about Patrick McCarry this year is that I remember when they were like, oh, they were testing out Patrick McCarry at right tackle. And I was like, oh, I was scared. Straight up, y'all know I was scared. I was worried about it. I'm like, man, does he have the size to play right tackle? I know he's kind of small. He got kind of short arms and whatnot. I don't know if he could be a right tackle. I don't know, man. Came in and did a great job. Then unfortunately got hurt. But then he came in again and did a good job again. Struggled a little bit here and there, but overall he's been doing pretty well. So Patrick McCarry, this deal, I think one of the reasons why I like it so much is because it's a team-friendly deal, but it gives you flexibility and it gives you a certainty going into next season. Because we know, one thing that this deal should not do, this should not take the pressure off of the Ravens for really investing in that offensive line. But this is a start. This is a start because this gives you somebody, worst case scenario, if Bradley Bozeman, the Ravens like, we can't pay you that much, we're going to move on, thanks for everything you've done. If it happens like that, then this gives you somebody you could put there. Or I would expect them to really go with Tristan Colon-Castillo. But this gives you 2 options there because they still have Tristan Colon-Castillo under contract. At the right tackle position, who's it going to be there? You got David Sharp right now. You could possibly get Jawan James next year. Or then you got Patrick McCarry there too. Oh, boom. You got options. At left tackle, did he step in at left tackle this year? I don't think he has. But at left guard, not Bradley Bozeman, Ben Cleveland, you expect him to hold that down. And at right guard, that's Zeitler. So he signed for, I think, 2 more years. But regardless, this deal with Patrick McCarry, this gives you flexibility. as a just in case guy. He don't. The thing about it is that he's getting paid again like $5 million per year, something like that. But he doesn't even have to be your starter. He doesn't even have to be your starter. And with Patrick McCary, he gives you a solid guy that can come in and play just in case, or he gives you somebody that can start. He could be your initial plan as a starter, or he could even be your backup plan. Like, all right, if we don't draft X, Y, and Z, then all right, it's gonna be Patrick McCary. Or if we can't sign X, Y, and Z, all right, it'll be him. So he gives you options. But again, Ravens got to make sure that they do not be like, all right, we signed Patrick McCary. All right, well, we don't need no more offensive linemen. No. If this season taught you anything, and I mean, you can never have enough depth. Like Ravens, like it's crazy because they started this season. They had nice quality starters, and they had some nice depth too. The offensive line is a question mark, but everywhere else they had nice depth. At literally every single position, they had such nice depth. Every single position except the offensive line, they had nice depth, and it all got depleted. All got wiped out. All got wiped out. It was like the Thanos blip. That's what happened to Ravens' depth this year. But anyway, so yeah, I like it. Now, more offensive line news. Unfortunate news, but news that I remember when he went down in the game a couple weeks ago. I said that I thought his season was over, and now it's officially over. The Ravens put Tyree Phillips on injury reserve, and a rule that I did not know. Now, I know you can put somebody on injury reserve. They can come back after a minimum of 3 games, after being out a minimum of 3 games. But with Tyree Phillips, he's already been put on injury reserve this year, so this will be his second time going on injury reserve. You cannot come back twice from injury reserve in 1 year. I did not know that, but now we do. So Tyree Phillips' season is officially over. Shout out to Jeff Zrebick for clearing that up too. Because he said even if Ravens made the playoffs, he still wouldn't be able to come back because you cannot come back twice from injury reserve. And it's crazy because I've been learning new rules that I had no idea of like every week for the past couple of weeks. I remember in the Browns game, or was it the Steelers game? I think it was the Steelers game. Whichever game it was, Justin Tucker kicked the kickoff, and it bounced to the 4 or 5 yard line or something, and it stayed right there. And the returner from the opposing team, I forgot whether it was Browns or Steelers, he stepped out of bounds, kept his feet out of bounds, and then grabbed the ball. And then they're like, oh, penalty on the Ravens. And I was like, what? I didn't know you could do that. Then in the Green Bay game, I did not know that you could challenge. It happened in the Green Bay game, and it happened in the Bengals game too. And it's an issue that the Ravens always have about having 12 men on the field. But I didn't know that you could challenge that penalty. Like, challenge it, throw the challenge flag for saying they had 12 men on the field. I didn't know you could throw a challenge for that. So, still learning. Anyway, shout out to Patrick McCary. Love the deal. I've been calling him McCary this whole time. Just recently started calling him McCary. I hope that's the right pronunciation. I gotta look up the pronunciation. I cannot rely on the commentators that call the games to do it because they call Devin Duvernay, so I can't rely on them. So anyway, I'm gonna listen to like a Harbaugh press conference or something because him or Greg Roman or the offensive line coach, they'll say his name the right way. So anyway, team, keep it clean. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all are doing really, really good. And I know Patrick McCary, I know he's doing really, really great. Shout out to him. Shout out to his whole family. Shout out to him getting his new money, new bread. It's always nice. He got a nice little raise. But like Patrick McCary won't be when it comes to being with the Ravens next year, I'm out.